2 hours, 5 minutes and 22 seconds. That's all Vitality needed to secure $100,000 and win Pro League. All thanks to this one player they got for free in early 2025. Ropz. Ever since Vitality added Ropz, they've been looking unstoppable with winning Katowice, and now they just lifted the ESL Pro League Trophy a month later and only dropping 2 out of 15 maps. And the grand final showed us all how dominant Vitality are. In this match, we saw strats to pull off impossible rounds, second round conversion with lower buys like we have never seen before, and so much more from the best team in the world. Welcome to the Vitality era. We're jumping into the last map of the final, and the most dominant one of the 3. As Mouse made it competitive on Dust 2, but got their ass kicked on Nuke. And the story would not end there. As for Inferno, it was another ass beating in store for the Mouse players. This is not a new meta, as the play is very common, but on pistol rounds it's quite unique to see, as it requires you to leave B very weak early, and I wanted to show you all how Mouse does it. Vitality are set up with a very default pistol round, with Ropz as the lurker in second middle. His job is to listen for anything in apps and short and try to win some space towards this part of site, and then Vitality have 4 players towards ramp, so Vitality early on is leaning towards B. Mouse on the other hand are going for 4 players on A. Well, we have to explain why Mouse does this. A very uncommon play is to have more than 2 players in second middle. It's a big part of the Inferno map. So here Mouse wants to win that part of the map. But for this to work, you need to make sure B can't fall quickly, as otherwise you win second mid, the T's rush B, and there were no point of doing so. So here we will see Surgeon get a smoke dropped, and he will play close here. So when he hears something, no matter what he hears, he will smoke off banana. And this will win Mouse just enough time for one of the A players to rotate over. And here on the best spawn, Jimpet will run down middle and go to our second middle. And here, the T's can spot him, but that is the goal. As on the Vitality setup, one of the ramp players sees Jimpet and calls to Ropz that he will be pushed. And this will force Ropz to focus on the left side here. When Mouse hits Ropz with second mid flashes and peeks, Ropz can't win it. And he is dealt with and can't even get any kills, and Vitality can't trade him.
This grand final, Vitality are looking to run away with it handedly, getting out that clash of champions.
All right, I love the confidence of that pistol for Mouse to come into a third map like this. They've run down mid to start this whole map, and they've taken a 5v4.
On the death of Ropz, we can see Torsi will jump down towards second middle and play with Jimpet. Brawlin after flashing will rotate over to B now that Surgeon has smoked it. And just to show you all how well coordinated Mouse are, when the second flash is thrown, Surgeon will smoke on the corner, as he knows Brawlin is about to come to him, and that Mouse are about to win second mid control from Vitality. So he smokes here to force Vitality back and limit their chances of finding a trade fast. And 2 flashes and a great 4-man gamble won Mouse the pistol round. So put this play into the playbook for your next team practice.
Smiling upon Jimmy there, the bomb will be planted, and surely it's their round, finally. A bit of fortune favouring Mouse there.
This video is sponsored by SkinsMonkey, the ultimate CS2 skin trading site. Looking to upgrade your inventory instantly? With SkinsMonkey, it's fast, easy and seamless. Just pick a skin, check its value and trade right away. No hassle, no waiting. Want to maximize your trades? Use the built-in filter to find the perfect skins in your price range with ease. Plus, the more you trade, the more you earn. Get up to $5 for free when you trade at least $10. But here's an insider tip. Trade $100 to get the best deal possible. No skins to trade? No problem. Trade and buy skins at a discount and boost your deposit by up to 35% in every transaction using my code at checkout. And the cherry on top, SkinsMonkey has a free section where you can complete simple tasks or enter giveaways to score even more skins. So what are you waiting for? Upgrade your inventory now with SkinsMonkey. Click the link and start trading today. Now back to the video. Vitality's dominance all comes from the second round after losing the pistol, as it just kept on winning the second round, and this is something a lot of teams can learn from, as usually many teams sees the second round as a free round, where you will just call for a rush and just lose it to rather get faster to round 3 and a buy round. But Vitality has a different philosophy around the second round. For them, this is their ticket back into the map faster than expected. Vitality got the plant, and here has decided to buy up with 3 pistols and 2 rifles, while Mouse has bought 2 SMGs and 3 rifles, so gun-wise Mouse should win this. Mouse starts around early with a deep bottom mid smoke to take away bottom mid from Vitality, so they can't hide in ramp, and look middle, and put some pressure on Vitality that Mouse could have walked to second mid. The Mouse are 2 players on A, with 1 in mid peeking it, and getting some information, and then 1 on A holding towards apps. And just like that, all of A are being held by Mouse. Then they will have 3 players on B, with Spinks dropping utility and then falling back, while the 2 other players are here in banana. Vitality are going for 1 player in second mid fast, then 4 players towards ramp, and here Vitality will use a top banana smoke to put some pressure on Mouse. As with the bottom mid smoke, Vitality uses the top banana smoke to limit the information Mouse can get early. Then to add more tactics to the mix, Vitality will smoke top middle like this, and you can now see how Vitality will play this round. By using these 2 early smokes, they force Mouse to give away map control, and Vitality can walk closer to the sites and choke points on the map to allow them some close range fights that the T side has bought for. Vitality can't find anything in banana and opts to walk back. And let's quickly talk about this top mid smoke from Vitality. It lands like this, and this makes it divide long and short into 2 separate entities. And that can lead to some fun lurks from boiler or mid to short or long, and pushes through the smoke. With the smoke in banana, Mouse struggles to find any information as the smoke in mid has forced all A players very passive. And when the banana players can't get any information at all, it makes it hard for Mouse to read the play. Vitality will re-smoke middle and then send 3 players in apps, 1 on short and 1 in mid ready with a flash. And it seems like we will see a full on A rush from Vitality. And here, look at the position of Mouse. They are not ready for a rush. They have no short control, no players in pit, and no control anywhere at all on the map. Apex and Cyvu uses these 2 flashes here to block out all of the angles that can hold for the apps pop. And then Vitality just pops out of apps and runs to site, finding 3 kills for 3 trades. And all equal trades usually favors the T side, as well as on the retake. Mouse is split up with 1 player going middle and the other going library. And here Mouse are picked off 1 by 1. And it's odd Exertion did not swing on the contact that his teammate in library was fighting up site player, but can't change that now, and Vitality are back in the driver's seat for the next few rounds.
Set up 2 in the site.
Util over. Oh, that's ugly for Torshi. Gonna have to get the reload off. Need the cover from Jimmy P, but he's run through. Torshi, it's real ugly. They get past that guy. That's the bomb plant found for Vitality.
Oh, it's
bomb
not.
out in no man's land. They do have to cross back and get it, actually.
Oh.
Exertion here.
Sure.
Playing to deny that bomb's retrieval, but he's missed his window, missed his timing, trying to close the gap now. It goes so wrong for Mouse and so right for Vitality. They keep up.
These videos takes ages to make and produce, as I'm a solo team doing all the work. So sub, comment and like on the video really makes the work worth it. Thank you so much, and back to the video. Vitality are going for a setup of 2-1-2, with 2 players going second mid early and using a flash here, as this is meant to blind any players from Mouse who is pushing down middle towards second mid. And the interesting part is that Vitality are not molotoving apps, something that is the main default to throw when you are going second mid. But with 2 players, they rather want to save the molotov, and if they are peaked, they should at least be able to trade. Then Vitality have 2 players going banana, and here 1 will flash into middle, so when the banana player crosses, any top mid players will be blinded when peeking here towards banana. And Vitality uses a molotov and nade to force any Mouse players away from car. And the last players in middle, and here hides in Mexico and wants to peek up on a timing. Mouse are going for 2 players in mid, and here both mid players will go the route from short to get to mid, as they do not want to show themselves to any ramp players from Vitality. And with this route, all the early flashes Vitality use are not too effective at all, but it's still good to break them down and see why they are being used. And then Spinks goes long, and then walks back towards B again, and here I'm quite unsure why this was decided. And then the last 2 Mouse players are going banana here. Due to the utility from Vitality, they can't push anything. Spinks on the walkback went for this smoke here, as this blocks out any bottom mid players from banana, but it's just too late to use it, as Vitality already have 2 players who has crossed past the smoke before it blooms. And to make up for this, Mouse will throw a flash top banana to try to blind the banana players. In the meantime, Torshi peeks from short, and here Apex is perfect. He peeks up on the timing and can find the opening kill for Vitality.
Exertion and Spinks both having their moments.
See ya.
Torshi tries his hand at that all peak and Apex deletes him.
This kill does 2 things. It forces Mouse to leave banana now that they lost 1 player in middle, as well as Vitality goes for this molotov on the corner to really force them away from banana, as well as this leaves mid open, something Flamesy is ready to take. As he smokes long, and with this pressure in middle, Vitality are hoping for any short players to focus mid and allow Ropz and Apps to maybe try to go for a play here. And on this, Vitality will flash mid, and here Spinks tries to break the smoke, but Flamesy spins around and can kill his former teammate. And on this kill, Vitality knows this is a gold mine, as they have found 2 kills this early on A. and here goes for the execute from that. And here Jimpad can't do anything as Ropz finds Brawlin in the smoke and Vitality keeps on dominating.
He begs to pick that kill up as well from the underpass, and now it's Flames head on a swivel, Dome Spinks. And it's a 5 versus 3. Who's left on this bomb side? No one actually. Jimmy can't get going.
Jimmy can't even get one.
Dude, I can't even finish a sentence. The round's done.
Round 7 and it's not looking good for Mouse, as they won the pistol round but have lost every single round after. Will anything change? Vitality are going for an aggressive setup with 3 players fast up banana, using a lot of utility, and then 2 players going second mid using a Molotov in apps and a flash here. Mouse will be going for 3 players in middle, with all 3 going here, and then 2 players on B. And early we can see both teams are playing around the bottom mid smoke for Mouse. As for Vitality, there is no point of having any players in middle if Mouse will just smoke it off. And why Vitality are not in their default of 2 banana, 1 mid and 2 in second mid, and rather have 3 in banana and 2 in second mid. While Mouse are using this smoke to allow them to send 3 players fast to look middle and even try to challenge mid, apps and second mid early. And here is just how well Vitality reads Mouse. Saivu on a great spawn runs up banana and here can find the first kill, as Exertion is just too far out while throwing the utility and Brawlin can't help or even trade him. On this kill, Apex falls back and goes for the smoke spam, as Vitality knows with a death this early in banana, it will force Mouse to try to win something back. And here when Mouse uses this Molotov second mid, Vitality knows that the next peak will be top middle to second mid. And Apex lines up his crosshair and spams Torchy through the smoke, and just like that, Vitality has found 2 kills within the first 20 seconds of the round.
The ideas have been nice, but they're getting outclassed on an individual level.
Not again!
Spinks on this can trade back, but that is not enough, as it's a 3v2 and Vitality has most of the map control and advantage in general. Vitality will smoke short, and here this will force the long player of Mouse to stay even longer to hold for anything towards long, as Spinks will be holding apps, and that leaves only him to hold long. And with all of this fake pressure from Vitality with utility and kills, it will allow them to walk up banana while Brawlin is the solo player here. Vitality on the execute will use 2 smokes, one for CT and one for coffin, and then use 2 Molotovs here on one side of the site, and this is a great way of taking site. These Molotovs make sure Vitality does not have to deal with any players on the left side, outruling a lot of position and sneaky ratty angles to clear, and only leaving water, pillar, darker, new box as the real spot to clear. And here Brawlin is forced to go towards the pillar, in the middle of sight. And here he waits for a flash, as a flash here would be perfect. Only issue is that since Vitality forced the long player to stay longer on long to hold middle and the smoke, he will not be fast enough. And you can see it on the POV of Brawlin when he realizes this, and he has to swing out and can't even find any kills, leaving it all to Spinks and Jimpad to win this 2v4. On the plant we will see Apex just push out of the smoke, as the smoke Vitality uses is this one right here, and that leaves a little bit opening you can abuse from 3, and it's just a new way of seeing how to smoke CT from the T side. And Mouse are forced to save.
It's going to be a 4-man attack. Brawlin will need 2 kills just to give them a look in on this round.
And even then,
and you're going to get flashed here. Turning, dead. Round. Yeah, you got to save. Unfortunately, 6-1.
Round 9, and again, Mouse last round 1 was the pistol round. So will anything change? Mouse is going for the default 3-2, with 3 players on A, and here we can see they place the AWP to only look second middle, and then have 1 player going short and the other going to hold apps. Then over on B, Mouse will use some utility before falling back to site. Vitality are going for 1 player solo in second mid using a flash and a Molotov, a very default take from Ropz. And I just have to say this, Vitality hasn't really lost any matches since adding Ropz, except for 1 versus Eternal Fire. You can see my video I made about it here. But that match got down to Mirage, and here Vitality lost after and here the reason Vitality lost after I reviewed the match was since they barely played Ropz as the lurker and rather switched it up between Messi, Ropz and Apex. So I'm happy to see they stopped with that and have him now as the main guy for lurking. And look, they keep on winning. This is how they should have been playing from the start. Then Vitality are going for 3 players towards bottom, middle and banana, and the last here using some utility. Vitality uses the smoke we already have explained, as this divides mid up, and that is a key for Vitality. And Mouse will meet this with a nade behind the smoke in case Vitality are close to the smoke. Then they will Molotov here towards apps to make sure Vitality can't be there as well. And here Ropz goes on top of the mailbox to see if he has gotten any letter from FaZe asking to get him back to the team, as they need him. But this spot is quite good. Go back and look at how Torchy was holding second mid. Like this, meaning a peek from the mailbox would force him to flick or shoot the legs of Ropz, allowing Ropz to find the kill, as this spot has the same concept as this one here in Mirage window, where you're toying with how AWPers usually peeks. Vitality uses some utility towards Banana, and here Mouse hits them with this smoke here. And first of all, this is a class smoke. Look at how it lands. But it's a good smoke, as this makes the boost impossible to go for, and if you did not know, many Molotovs towards B site are thrown from here, so the smoke ruins that as well. But it creates a nice angle for the CTs in top Banana to use as well. Just look at how different this smoke is for a CT versus the one you throw like this. Big difference. Vitality understand they can't win much Banana control, and here opts to try to do something in mid, force Mouse to make a mistake. And as we will see, Vitality uses a long smoke and a short Molotov, and Mouse has already made a mistake, as Torchy has left long to go to B with Brawlen. To go to B while Brawlen will rotate to A, leaving long open for quite some time, and this is never ideal, as if Vitality does nothing with this, Brawlen and the A players will worry about any long pushes anyways, even though Vitality might not go there. And leaving long open now with Brawlen just looking away has allowed Vitality to send 4 players towards long, where Apex will use this smoke here to block out library, while they use this smoke for arch, and long was the weak spot. And what a call from Apex to go long and understand that this might be the weak spot in this round for Mouse. And here the trades comes, but a 2v2 against Ropz and Saivu, the best duo in Counter-Strike right now, and if they keep on winning, maybe a top 3 or a top 5 duo of all time, well, I keep on hyping them up to just say there's no way Mouse would win this 2v2.
And look at the contact play, look at the ground they've been given. Brolan, is he willing to take this duel? He'll be flashed in. Still Apex finds him, domes him in fact. Spinks last line of defense, the anchor desperately trying to hold on. Jimmy will be there in the pit as well. Can he find the double? Absolutely not.
Also, you're up against ZywOo and Ropz. These guys pull out a 2v4 at least twice a map, it feels like, for Vitality. They've got a good crossfire set up. Exertion looking for a way in, spots Ropz down in the pit, but he gets deleted. And Torshi's left running for the hills. ZywOo getting chased. That AWP does not get to survive the night.
Vitality lost the pistol round, so let's see how they are going to win the second round again. And that could just have been the new meta. Lose pistol round and win the second round, as that ruins the economy for the enemy team more than if you win the pistol round yourself. And to nail that in this grand final, Vitality on Dust 2 lost the first pistol round and then won the second round after. And here in Inferno, they lost the first pistol round and won the round after. And now lost the second pistol round and will probably win the round after. Insane to see. Vitality are buying a Scout, FAMAS and SMG combined with 2 pistols. And here this is a great buy, as we can see the Scout will take mid control, with the pistols on A, as if the Deagle hits a player he will be a one-shot for the Scout, and vice versa. And then the FAMAS and 5-7 will be a 1-2 punch combo, with Messi dropping utility for the B players before he will go to A and help there. I'm also going for a full buy, and here I have 1 player solo in second mid, Molotoving apps, and then having 3 players taking banana control and 1 in ramp to challenge mid. And the mid challenge is the first fail, as this gives Vitality a free kill. No proper information about anything to Mouse, as all they know is that Vitality has bought. And let's be honest, there are better ways to figuring this out than to go for the mid peek from Spinks, as well as Mouse should be aware after losing so many second round force buys from Vitality that Vitality would be buying in this round. On this death, Mouse sends 2 Molotovs to take top banana control from Vitality, as well as all Vitality really can do is to smoke top banana, and this smoke is useless. But Vitality will then smoke off banana on the corner and get Messi to rotate back, and here they will just push the smoke when it fades and can find 1 kill before Torsi can trade it back. And just like that, Vitality are keeping the man advantage in such a crucial round. But on this death, Saivu rotates over to B to help. And here Mouse might have the opening they want, as with their A split setup of 1 player in apps and 1 in middle, can work wonders as long as they peek correctly. Meanwhile for Vitality, they are set up for trades on middle, as that is the goal, trade each other and keep the man advantage. But with how split they are, and only a Deagle and SMG to rely on, it can easily go wrong here for Brawlen, as he steps, and this will allow Ropz to spot his shoulder and spam him down. And this kill will now force Jimpad to peek out from balcony, and he is found. And again, Mouse are struggling to convert rounds against the second round force from Vitality, as they now have Torsi left in a 99% chance of losing round versus 4 players.
Good to see them pull back, but re-swing, line up for 3. Don't know who is even favored there.
So they'll take the man advantage and peel off the situation. They could have forced the fight, but against the Galil, they probably get sprayed down. This duel decides the outcome of this round. It's bomb top and middle. Ropz tucked away. Desert Eagle in hand, and it feels like he's starting to get this one. Spots a barrel of 1, and there goes the C4. Boom goes the dynamite as Vitality once again pick up a second round force buy with 4 players surviving here.
This would sound odd, but if Mouse loses this round, this final is over, as this will force them to force the next round and losing the match if they can't convert the force, or save the next round and give Vitality match point. And then you have to play perfect for the rest of the match. And look at Vitality. Their buy is not great, but with awful buys is when Vitality play the best Counter-Strike. While Mouse has a far better buy, so how will this play out? Mouse goes for 2 players in second middle and 3 towards banana, and here as we saw Vitality do, that flash from second mid to mid is crucial, and that is something we are not seeing Mouse do, as they rather are holding both apps and mid like this. Then their 3 B players will take banana fast with a lot of utility, while Vitality are going for an odd setup with Apex and his SMG alone on B, and then 4 players on A with 1 on long and 3 going middle to take it, as Mouse has left it open, only to be held from second mid, not ideal. As if Vitality would smoke it and just push behind banana, this could turn ugly quick. And it's such an insane timing to see, as Jimpad, on a set time, has to look towards second mid and this spot here. And when he looks away, Vitality walks down, and he can't adjust his crosshair fast enough to kill any players, and Vitality has just 1 mid control. And just look at the read, Jimpad will call he saw 2 or even 3 players. So here Vitality on the kill just runs to B as fast as possible. As for Mouse, they will think it can only be 1, max 2 players on B, and will run through the smoke here. And Apex in a great off angle can find 1 kill and shoot Brawl down to 1 HP before he is dealt with. And Mouse are just picked apart 1 by 1. And again, the force buying EU squad is just too strong for Mouse.
For Vitality, that's as a result of their force buy getting out with 4 players alive. So the buy here is better than you might expect if you're Mouse. And already it's getting put to work. Triple walk down mid.
Positioning, he's pushing the T apartments and they're pushing through the smoke. Brawlan takes a lot of damage on route. Zywu will convert, looking to have another force buy victory here. 2 players survive. Torshi, great tournament, but dead now as the excitement, the hype, and the chance of the comeback starts to diminish here. Don't give this one up, boys. This is your round to fumble. Oops. Your round to lose. 1 more bullet on Spinks will do it, and Mezzi will find it.
And for the last one, I'm gonna let you watch it, to finally see the super team Vitality always wanted lift their 2nd trophy so far this year. Thanks for watching, and here are 2 videos YouTube told me you will all like. Ropz, please come back to face. They need you. Bye.
Vitality. And Mouse must know how over this is. There was no question Vitality have been the better team across this series. 2025 is fast building to be the year of that man on your screen right there. Apex is already celebrating. He knows this is done. He knows it's over. Jimmy can try.
Come on, mate. Go,
Jimmy can really give it a go. But there's no winning this.
Unless. No. You never know, Hugo.
No. No time for jokes. Vitality don't just climb, they ascend to the top of the scene. Back-to-back clean BO5 grand finals. And Vitality take the cake here at ESL Pro League Season 21.